Let's learn how to manage port and channel labels in globcon. Let's edit some labels of the Matchbox Excel. For example, the first 5 channels of both inputs and outputs of the first MADI port. And repeat the same operation for Andiamo MC, Andiamo 2 and Xbox MD. Those devices cannot permanently store labels in their internal memory. In that case, the labels of each device are saved in the globcon project together with the device settings. Let's now quit globcon and restart. When loading a project, if we select Pool, only device settings from the connected hardware are updated in globcon, while nothing happens to the user labels. The labels remain the current ones if the device is already present in the network, or default user labels are shown if a device is newly added in the globcon environment. Let's load the same project again, this time selecting Push for all the devices. When we select Push, device settings are updated on the hardware according to the data stored in the project, and labels are automatically imported in globcon. A progress bar in the bottom left corner of the global view is shown while loading, and the message "Loaded" is displayed when finished. If we now open the matrix of each device, we can actually see that all the user labels have been imported. There is another option. Let's quit globcon and restart it to have a completely new environment, including global view and network. Let's open the same project again and select Pull All plus Import All labels, with the exception of Andiamo 2 and Xbox MD, for example. Device settings from all the connected hardware are updated in globcon. User labels are imported for Matchbox, Andiamo MC and M1K2, while nothing happens to the user labels of the Andiamo 2 and the Xbox MD, which remain the default ones. Let's now import the labels of all the devices in the global view and discover other interesting features. We can export all the labels of each device to a comma-separated value .csv file. With a right-click on the device in the global view, let's select Export Labels, type a name of a new file, or select one from the existing ones. It's a good idea to use names which remind the model of the device, to ease the selection when afterwards we will import labels. Using any text editor or spreadsheet, we can externally edit the .csv file. Using Excel, let's rename input labels of channel 6 to 32 and save. Once back in globcon, right-click on the Xbox MD from the global view and select Import Labels. Double-click on the Xbox MD.csv file. The message "Imported" appears when finished. Let's now open the Xbox MD matrix and double-check if the external editing and the label's input procedures went as expected. Mission accomplished. If a non-matching file would be selected when importing labels, the procedure will fail and an error message will be displayed. The DirectOut M1K2 permanently stores labels in its internal memory. However, due to some limitation of its current remote protocol, globcon cannot automatically synchronize labels in both directions. The user, with a right-click on the M1K2 from the global view, can select the command pull labels from device. This will copy the labels from the internal memory of the M1K2 to the globcon plugin. From that point on, M1K2 labels can be managed exactly like any other device, with the possibility to edit, save, push, pull, or pull plus import labels, as already learned watching this tutorial. Powerful, easy, globcon.